Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here I have a great article for you guys straight from Verizon's News Center. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys may check it out. So, as Verizon continues building and generating capacity beyond the current mobile usage needs, they will have to monetize and strike different partnerships to monetize all that capacity. As I've mentioned before in previous videos long ago, Verizon is building strategically a different network versus, say, T-Mobile. T-Mobile is building their FWA capacity off of extra capacity. So they're looking at each sector and they have a network model that they run, right? An analysis, and they say, okay, over the next 5 years, including mobile usage growth and taking share, will that sector still have additional capacity for FWA? And that's how T-Mobile looks at it. They run a very specific model to track down how many users they can add on a sector for FWA. And that model and that analysis does not include any additional small cell, tower, nothing. It's just pure extra capacity. Verizon's model completely different. Verizon will look at continuously building infrastructure to develop and generate additional capacity. And that capacity and the way that they're building it, in my opinion, is now in full swing. So they're like, oh man, we have so much capacity on air right now. It's even outpacing our FWA growth. Like we have tons of capacity that we need to fill with these types of partnerships. So Verizon and KDDI partnered to connect high-tech AFEELA electric vehicle from Sony Honda Mobility. So eventually, as Verizon transitions, they're going to go to standalone eventually, then it'll just be 5G. They will start striking partnerships similar to T-Mobile, like the autonomous vehicles, the remote driving vehicles that you guys have seen from Halo. Verizon will get in on all of that action eventually. And they're building capacity in the network to make these types of bold moves. And the teams are all for it. They need to strike these types of partnerships. They need to monetize because of all of that capacity that's out there. They're generating a ton of capacity. I'm telling you guys right now, they haven't publicly disclosed like in detail as to how much capacity they're putting on air. But when they're asked like, hey, what can you do to further enhance capacity? And then Han says, well, we can do cell splits. We can do this and that. But right now that's not needed. It's really not needed because they've generated that much capacity. The densification that they did by densifying for AWS and now putting 140 to 160 megahertz in most of the metro areas, depending on county. And then in the rural, smaller PEAs, they're putting close to 200 megahertz. In some, it's 180, and some it is 200. I mean, that is so much capacity that they really right now don't have any need to drive any further densification. At some point, they will, but they've already committed to the market that they're willing to deploy capital for that type of deployment. T-Mobile has not yet committed to that. So, like I said early on, two totally different deployments. Will T-Mobile eventually be forced to deploy additional infrastructure for capacity to further grow beyond 7 to 8 million? Yes. But they have not yet committed that to the street or the market. So right now that's speculation. Verizon is already there now. They have been putting millimeter wave nodes in neighborhoods that can continuously grow customers as needed. And they're willing to deepen that footprint if need be. So that's how I feel they have now developed these types of partnerships. They're saying, hey, we got all this capacity in this market. Let's just sign up with this company. Let's get this company on board. Let's monetize this. So this is good to see. Verizon is taking advantage of the capacity. They're monetizing, and we will see partnerships like this moving forward. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.